Hey guys, Nessa here. Just broke my solo kill record, so I figured I'd save the replay and upload it. The video starts a little into the game since I forgot to start the recording, but yeah, here you go. Hey, I commend the building effort, man. Trying to make it happen. Yeah, so I'll also be doing some commentary on this, just saying what my opponents could have done and what I possibly could have done in certain situations during this video, during this gameplay. So yeah, earlier before this fight actually I had just heard a shot over in factory, but it doesn't show it in the video since I forgot to start the recording. But yeah, I see the John Wick going towards the chest, and I'm trying to get over towards to get a view of the chest so that I can snipe him. The shot lined up, but he moves to the side really quick, so I wasn't able to get it. So we take high ground, get on top. He's probably trying to get out right now, so you know, close this exit to this door right here. You could hear him doing walking over the top. Shank some shotgun shots, but works out fine. Attack shotgun's really inefficient, but it was close enough range that it worked out. So yeah, I was just looking around, checking to see if he had looted the rest of factory, because I wasn't sure about it, honestly. Doesn't hurt to double check. So see that guy standing still. I don't line up my shot fast enough. If that was like half a second faster, it probably would have hit him. But keep the sniper out just in case he peeks, so maybe we can get a shot off. But it doesn't look like he's peeking, so I figured I'd just go up for the ramp rush, try to take any form of high ground that I could, because he was up on a hill, and I had 760 mats. So with that many mats, I consider it worth it just to kind of blow him, just to push up on him, just to get shotgun shots. They're more reliable for me. I have bad aim. So we drop down, it wasn't the best decision. Slow down my third shotgun shot right there, so that I could re-aim and hit the actual shot. But I really shouldn't have given up high ground right there. I could have just stayed up there and shot down from where I was, but I get greedy a lot of the times and drop down. It's a bad habit of mine. So, I was going for a high kill game this game, or at least trying to. I didn't start off with a lot of kills. Worked out in the end, but I was trying to pressure zone because it was coming in, so I figured there would be at least a couple people over here. Got the little snipe shot on him. Yeah, crouch walking, that's an easy snipe, especially from that range. It's pretty close. So I should have been checking around a little bit more right here. Peeked over the hill because this guy was actually coming up like right over there. But it's alright, we see him in time. So yeah, we see him, try to get the snipe shot on him. I was too far to the left, I didn't lead him enough. So just trying to take high ground, he's trying to break down the walls, or floors, which works out for him. So I shank my building right there, place some floors, and then start double ramping out. You always have to cover your sides when you're double ramping, because they can take it pretty easily. Take the high ground from him, shake my shotgun shot. It's alright. I'm getting sniped from the side right now too, which isn't very nice of him. I'm trying to get down because the grenades, I don't like being too high. I don't want to risk taking any fall damage, even though it was like only 2-3 high maybe. So yeah, we hear him hit the sniper shot, and right there we figure that's probably a good time to push. He's pretty low. Taking off 100 damage is a pretty good amount. Took high ground from him. He dropped down all the way to the ground, but I didn't know that. So I tried to just place the floor. Wasn't really worth it. Luckily, shotgun shot on him. He's smart, he's placing walls, but he didn't place walls all around him, so I could just peek in here and shoot him, which was nice. Cuddle team leader is above me, place some walls, floors. Fun little trick right here is popping out like that at your floor that's above you. But I got shotgunned right there, so I was trying to get away. Took high ground. When people are double ramping, you can just follow their ramp up and wall around them and floor up. This was really risky. Probably not the smartest move to, you know, pop minis up there. Get the shotgun shot as he's falling, which is nice. So I actually didn't notice, you can see in the clip, but I didn't notice that guy when we were on high ground. Went for one shot, he just keeps running, but there's a ton of loot and I really don't want to chase the kills since we're pretty far away from circle. I didn't really consider it worth it. I don't give a fuck. Also probably should have built right here since it's probably never safe. I figured it was safe because I just killed 2 people there. There was a 3rd guy, but another guy showed up. Luckily he didn't notice me. So decided to push him, go one shotgun shot off, a little slow on the second, break his wall. So when people are building defensively like that, the best thing you can do is just rush into them. They can't shoot you back since they have their, since they're building, they have like the build tool out. And pump delay makes it pretty bad, so you can't really get one pumped in the face, and I had full health, full shield, so I was willing to risk it. Yeah, so definitely a lot of things I could have done better there. I shanked my building in the first build fight, not really in the second. The second one was a little bit better since I was able to edit through it. I also don't like fighting in the trees like I was doing back there. It makes it kind of hard to like walk around them. But figured I'd start heading in. I'm not low on materials, but I'm not comfortable. I like having like at least 1.5k going into like mid-late, and I was only at 1k here. So I hit this tree a couple times, then I just decided it's not really worth it. I'd rather get into zone before that other guy does, but I'm pretty sure he got into zone before I did. See this guy, take the snipe shot, miss. Led the right amount right there. That was pretty close to being a headshot, I think. So smart thing to do here would have been to ramp, and then taking high ground, but I just placed the ramp down and just decided to rush him. Luckily he was on low health since I had hit the snipe shot. So, I don't know, it was a little bit safer since I hit the shot beforehand. Still though, it's always better to have high ground on somebody than being on the low ground. Last patch, not so much since they had that peeking bug, where you had to peek with your whole body, but they fixed that, so now it's not that bad. So I'm still checking for the guy that was running in. He had a huge head start on me, but I don't know, he could have gotten into a fight. Doesn't hurt to check around. Always be aware of your surroundings. And I mean, I miss a lot of people. Later on in this clip, actually, I get really bad tunnel vision when there's like only like a couple people left. And I miss like somebody just running just out in the open where I could have gotten a snipe shot. But I was trying to blow up some places to find somebody. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. So yeah, just moving in. My plan is to get high ground here. Or not high ground, build a 1x1 inside zone, because I figure there's probably going to be some people still coming from tilted. Alright. Always nice to have, it's actually really good to do that in this, just with the circle that we have right here, because the edge of the circle is on the low ground while partially in is on the high ground, just a little bit. Which, I mean, it's an advantage, we take it. You never want to take a fight with a disadvantage. It's usually a bad idea. So yeah, build my 1x1. I'm trying to work on increasing my speed of building these. It's not slow by any means, but it definitely could be faster. So yeah, heard him coming up, got the 2 shotgun shots. Probably wasn't the safest shots I could have taken, but he had his build tool out. When people are building, you generally want to rush them, since yeah, they're vulnerable. Especially like that. He took a terrible angle to build up. You never want to build up right up to somebody's high ground, because they have the high ground on you. They're just going to get free shots. You want to build up first and then rush them. So if that's just building 1x1s, or if that's just building ramps and then like a wall in front and then just like slowly stacking. Slowly stacking up. I'll show that in another. Actually, I might just add that at the end of this video. Yeah, I think I'll add it at the end of this video. So yeah, take the sniper shot. It was a little bit far behind him, but you know, burst him down. He wasn't building at all. Building's super important. It's not like I needed to really say that though. So yeah, I was getting sniped at. I knew he had time to reload, so I pull out my build tool, place down the wall. I definitely didn't mean to time it like that, but you know, we'll take it. So You never want to stand still like that when you're placing or shooting grenades. Grenades don't require accuracy at all, so it's a lot better just to jump around and make it hard. He still had his grenade launcher out, which does absolutely no damage up close, or at least immediately, so it was a safe option to rush him. Lots of people were in bad positions this game, just because they had the wrong weapon out at the wrong time. He should have built up and probably pulled out a shotgun, so yeah, I see this guy over here, go for the snipe. Thought that would have hit, but I guess he moved to the right, I think, and maybe my shot moved to the left. So here's a good example. So I'm going to start ramp rushing from far away, and I'm also going to ramp rush next to the structure so that it's harder to break it down. So see how I get the high ground right here? I don't want him having free shots on me. Drop down, immediately place wall floor, or wall stair. He went out. I tried to chase him down, but figured I'd just hop here, break the floor with the scar. Break the floor with the scar, and then place down the floor, your own floor, so that you can edit and have free peeks. I missed some of the shotgun shots right there. Probably not the safest thing. So right here, two people fighting. I noticed that. One guy takes one of them out. I wanted to. That would have been an 18 kill game, which would have been nice. If I had gotten if I had pulled out my scar, that would have been better, because I was risking it a lot on the snipe shot. It's more reliable to just hit the scar. Start reloading. I see that he popped the porta fort, right? So I'm double ramping up, placing the walls, getting high ground on him, because you never want to play. Remember, you like never want to push up on like at eye level. So he could have actually broken the floor, the one floor that was connecting all of that, but he didn't. Shouldn't have shot back. Probably should have just built right there. It's a really bad position to be in. But yeah. Definitely could have gotten 18 kills right there if I was pulled out my scar. It's whatever though. So right now I'm just trying to get back towards prison. I figure there's still that, or there might be one guy there. I'm not sure. But, you know, checking around, just making sure. Can't really see anybody. So, push up. He shotguns me in the face for like 90 damage, which kind of sucked. Or not in the face, just in the body. Pop my minis. Don't swap your minis too quick like I did right there, because then it takes away the shield that it gives you. So, I actually heard a door. I'm not sure if it's right now or not. I can't actually hear it because I'm just commentating over this. But I heard the door. I honestly should have just backed off earlier, because I didn't do any damage to him, so I didn't really have like a huge advantage. I don't want to go pushing down towards him. I don't want to like go down there. Is my advantage. So right here, just fortifying, making sure that I can, I don't get just instantly dropped if somebody shoots out like one wall and one floor. Just fortifying my 1x1. Hop back up. Do that for vision to check northwest and southwest. And to decide, probably not a great idea to look over there, since I came from over there and killed the majority of people. So there's probably more people southwest. So I start peeking over there. I remembered that there was a medkit over the guy in the 1x1 in Moisty. He had a medkit when he dropped. So I figured I'd head over there, grab that, since I know there's one guy right there and there's another two that I can't find. And Moisty is pretty, not clear, but flat, so it's not, there's not a lot of hiding places like prison has. Being in prison kind of sucks. Or the circle being in prison kind of sucks. Shank my building. What's new though? Happens all the time. Yeah, so he was trying to break it down with that one ramp, but even if he did break that, it was still attached. Or when I was pushing, it was still attached to the like pre-made structure. So yeah, grab the medkit, box up, pop it. So I still know there's one guy in prison, and he was playing pretty campy before, so I can. My guess was that he was still over there, just camping, hanging out. Nothing wrong with that, playing it safe. There's no reason to be ridiculously aggressive all the time. It's a survival game. Yeah, so start making my way back over, getting into zone. Notice there's slurps here. There's actually 2 slurps in this, and I could have definitely waited to pop the other one, but at this point there's 4 left. I knew I could have gotten all, or I could still get all 3 kills at this point. And I was trying to break my solo record, which is nice. I didn't think I was going to be able to early on, because I only had like one kill coming onto Salty. And then I found like a second kill at the house, so it wasn't looking that great. Yeah, just take high ground, because it doesn't hurt to play campy. Break that just so I can peek out the other side if I want. Yeah, so I remember, you gotta remember like what people have for their loot when you kill them, even if you're not gonna loot all of it. Because like right here, I remember that guy was shooting me with a grenade launcher, right? And when he was shooting at me, it wasn't the best idea because I was ramp rushing him, and it just bounces off the ramps. He was trying to break the ground on it, which worked out fine for him the first time, but then he shouldn't have kept doing that as I got closer. So yeah, take that over the sniper since it's, you know, lots of hiding places in the circle, and honestly not a lot of chances to snipe people. So right here, it's probably not the safest thing for me to jump around like this. Luckily the last three guys weren't all that great, but if there was a good player here, he probably could have hit a snipe on me while I was running around like that. And I do this a couple times actually, just standing up, shooting around. Because I only know where one guy is. I know he's somewhere inside prison, camping. Eventually, I can actually, so there's actually a guy over like south 190 maybe? Yeah, 190, but I didn't notice him until he started shooting his minigun. Or actually, there was another shot before the minigun. Yeah, just trying to blow up as much as I can. I'm starting to get a little low on rockets, not that it really matters. I'm not trying to use the grenade launcher for a final kill. I'm pretty bad with it, honestly. It's great for destroying structures, though. Definitely fantastic for that, which is what I was using before here. So yeah, just peeking down, seeing if he's showing his head at all. Checking around. I wanted to try to shoot inside there, but I'm pretty sure I missed, and it just bounced right out. Maybe bounced through, I don't know. So yeah, I heard the guys, start pushing up on him. Yeah, you never want to stand still when you're really shooting. I do that here because I know where three other people are, and I can assume the other guy's camping, but even then, if he'd come up behind me and just sniped me, that would have been unfortunate. Yeah, he was standing still though, made for some easy shots. I know this guy's probably somewhere in prison, and I saved a couple of my grenade launcher shots to blow up what I would need to. So yeah, start firing some more shots off. Look away just for a second. Here, and then I noticed he's right there, so I pull out my scar. Luckily he was super low. I think he was just trying to pop a medkit or something. Maybe minis. But yeah, leaves us down to the one guy that shot us with a shotgun. So I assume he's probably still over in this tower, since he was camping in the tower all along. But it doesn't hurt to be safe, so I decide to just head center zone, build a 1x1 right there, and have him come to me. Let zone push him out. I could have gotten greedy and gone for the kill earlier, but I didn't want to blow my chance to get my 17k. Like, if I died with 16 kills at second place to, like, 2 lucky headshots or something, that would have been really unfortunate. Plus, I don't want to... I could have gotten in a build fight with him if I needed to, but I wasn't, like, crazy good on mats, and lots of the times with crazy build fights that happen late game, if the other player is any good at all, you can, like, blow up to, like, 1k mat. It's not safe. So right here is another time that wasn't safe to do this. I didn't know where he was. I assumed he was over there, but he could have been to my west, just right behind me. So I started jumping around, trying to make it harder to hit me if he had a sniper and if he was aiming at me. But zone starts closing in soon, so I honestly should have just waited for that. Live and you learn. So yeah, just trying to break down walls to see if he's hiding behind any of these. Honestly, probably didn't need to break the ones with the windows in them. It's not a bad idea to break him though, just so he has nowhere to hide. So he actually, you can see him out of the corner right there, or like right before this. Doesn't build. My tracking's kind of crappy. I'm trying to improve on that. But just start pressuring as well with scar bullets, because I have 879 mine as well. If I'm lucky, I can burn through all his mats so he can't build anything. He switches to wood. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but when you're getting pressured like that, you don't want to be using metal and brick. And I think he just ran out of wood right there. But yeah, you don't want to be using metal and brick since it has a low starting health time. So I see him drop down. I'm going to try to get some more shots on him, some AR shots. So I shank a ton of those, but he seems pretty bad, so I just take high ground on him. Get the shot. I'll add in the Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to go back and check this. I was talking about something. Oh yeah, so when you're ramping up to people, you usually want to like, you don't want to give them like your head, right? You don't want to like show them your head when you're like running up right to them. Like when we were camping zone on over by the bridge by prison, that guy just like ran right up to us, and there's a lot of things you could do differently there. Okay, so plan right now is to show you guys a couple different ways to ramp rush up to somebody's high ground. Luckily, we found a llama here. I was planning on just hitting all the trees, but it's a lot easier just to do this. Makes things simple. Don't have to waste time farming. Nice. Yeah, so 500 of each mat type. So I'm just going to get up on this hill right here so I can demonstrate a couple of different examples. Because I was talking about it earlier in the video of different ways you could ramp rush. And I have a couple ways that I like to do, personally. Oh, shit. Well, we're gonna pretend that never happened. Okay. Yeah, so we're up on high ground now. I was trying to swap so that I do a couple weird things like that. I like cancel my click. Yeah, so okay, so we're just gonna maybe. This doesn't really matter if we stack it. Okay, so let's say this right here is the high ground that we're trying to push up on. So usually you want to start ramp rushing from farther away, but there's a couple things that you can do if you're like up close. So let's say I'm right here, and if I were to ramp rush from like this close right here, I have a terrible angle. First off, I'm not even gonna get all the way up to the top. Second off, if he's peeking, like if he's peeking this way with the weapon, he just has free shots on us. It's no good. Plus we have our building tool out, so that's something we don't want. Have your building tool out with free shots for your opponents. Okay, we're just gonna break this real quick so we can do this. Okay, so let's say we're like super close like this right here. And first option is to do a full 1x1, right? Which is kind of slow and not necessarily too safe if they have that big of a vision advantage on us. So the other thing you could do right here is, I'll just start doing it right now, is a half 1x1, which is something I like to do a lot. You place one wall in front, one wall on the side, and then you start placing your floor basically so that you can hop on it from a corner. You can also do floors and stuff, or yeah, you can do floors and stuff too, which is a little bit safer, but it wastes more mats. So if you do that enough, you can just, it's more material efficient, and you can get high ground. The other thing you can do, which is something I like to do quite a bit, oh, I love taking fall damage like that. If you're, let's say you're starting a ramp rush up, and actually that's close enough, too close. So if I were to keep ramp rushing right here, I would yeah, I'd go straight up to him, which is what the other guy was doing earlier in the video when we were over by bridge. But if I were to keep doing that, I'd go straight up to him, right? So let's say I'm all the way down here. One thing you can do is just place a wall in front of you, and then do the half 1x1. It's still super safe, since if you're over on the other side, if you're like over in this base trying to shoot it out, you have a terrible angle on the first wall. Usually you would want to put a wall up in front of it anyway, or on the first ramp you have a terrible angle, but if you put a wall up in front of it, you'd be fine. It also makes it so they can't hit you as you're ramping up, and a good option, so if somebody's actually doing this too, a really good option on something you can do is just go out and build over them, right? Or you could like build up and go over them. I don't know, just a couple things to think about. Yeah, those are really just like the two main things that I use usually. Another thing you can do, instead of doing the half wall, say we're rushing up from right here, and theory, we're putting ramps in front, or walls in front of our ramps. Once we get to this point right here, we can do wall, floor, stair, and just keep stacking that. That wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, and then after that you have high ground on him, which is nice. So yeah, that ends the tips at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll do more of these in the future. We'll see. It's well received. I'll probably do some more. Yeah, peace out.